Welcome back to my channel. So on today's tutorial I'll be showing you how I made this double flare circle skirt with gathers. So please like, subscribe and share. Also hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. First thing first, I'm just going to explain the measurements you need for the skirt. So for this skirt you need your round waist measurements, and then you will add 0.5. So you can also add 1 inch. So my round waist measurement is 30 inches, so I added 0.5. It gave me 30.5 inches. So now I'll be calculating the radius. So I'm gonna take the 30.5 inches and then divide it by 6.28, and then I got 4.8 inches, 4.8 inches. So I'm just gonna convert this into 5. So now I'm just gonna be using a paper illustration to show you how I'm going to fold my fabric. So this is the paper. Imagine this is your fabric. So I'm folded it into a half and then I just folded it back again like so. So this is what I have. So from this point here, I'll be putting my tape measure on this point and then just measure the 5 inches I got for the radius. So I'm just going to be explaining this part further when I'm cutting on the fabric. So this is me just folding the fabric. And now I'll be putting in the measurements on this corner right here. So I'll just take my tape measure and then just mark 5 inches. So when you take the measurements here, just make sure that the tip of your tape measure is right on the corner. So I'm just measuring the 5 inches I got on the radius. So now I'll be measuring the full length of the skirt. So the full length that I'm going with, it's 19 inches. So from the 19 inches you can just add half an inch. This is for the hemming allowance. So you can see where I'm placing my tape measure when I'm marking the full length of the skirt. Once I'm done, I'm just going to be cutting out these measured parts. And yes, this is what I have. So I'm just going to be cutting open this one side. So I'm just going to leave the other one closed and then I will cut out this one. So this skirt is a double flare skirt. So I'm just going to cut out exact way I'm cutting this first skirt. So I'm just going to cut 2 of this. Well, that's it. So I've already cut the second one. So I'm just going to be joining these 2 together, right side facing. So and now here is it. I've joined the 2 together, so in total just have a full big skirt. So the next thing for me to do is I'm just gonna be making some gathers. So I'm just gonna be freehanding to make the gathers. So if you can also use the sewing machine, but I prefer using my hand for the gathers part. So I'm just gonna be taking my nail rail and then I'm just gonna be passing it through the waist line. And this is how I'm making the gathers. So when I pass in the needle, I'll also be pulling, and then when I pull, I'll be creating the gathers effect. And when I'm pulling to get the gathers effect, I'm just gonna make sure that I have 31 inches when I'm done with pulling the gathers. So I'm just gonna make sure that I measure and then just make sure I get the 31 inches. And once I'm done, I'm just gonna head over to the sewing machine to secure the gathers together. So this is what I have. So the next thing for me to do is to work on the waistband. Well, to cut out the waistband, I took the 30 inches and then just added extra 1 inch. So this waistband here, it's 31 inches long and then 5 inches wide. So this is 5 inches. So what I did was I just folded in half an inch. If you check here, I've just folded in half an inch and then ironed this part, and then I did on this other side again, and then after doing that I just folded back in like so. So this is just my full waistband, and this is how I'll be attaching the waistband to the skirt. So I'll be inserting the skirt inside the waistband like this, and then while doing so I'll also be using the pin to secure everything together, and then after that I'll just make a stitch. And this is it, this is what I have. So the next thing for me to do is to work on the zipper part. So I'm just gonna fold this here like this, and then I'll just align the two ends together. So this is how I normally insert the zipper. So I'm just marking half an inch here, and then I'll just make a stitch from this point here, from the waistband down to the bottom part of the skirt. Once I'm done, this is what I have. So I'm gonna take my zipper. So the easier way, before taking the zipper, you can just open up the seam. So you open up the seam here and then just iron so you can flatten this part here. And then I'm just gonna be showing you how I'm gonna be placing the zipper. So I'm just gonna take my zipper like this, place it right in the middle of the seam, and then I'm just gonna be using the pin to secure the zipper. So I'm just gonna be aligning the zipper teeth to the seam I have. Once I'm done with this part, I'm just gonna turn over to this side here. So the reason why I'm turning over is I'm just gonna make sure that the seam is nicely attached to the zipper. and this is it. So the next thing for me to do is I'll go to my sewing machine and then make a stitch right here. So these are the sides I have on the seam allowance. So I'm just gonna make a stitch right here to secure the zipper. And this is what I have. So the next thing for me to do, I will just come in the middle part where I have the joining seam. So I'm just gonna be removing the threads using a seam ripper, and by doing this I'll be exposing the zipper and I'll be able to zip and unzip my skirt. And this is what I have, so I can zip and unzip. So I'm just gonna be folding this in and then just use my free hand, and then I'll just also hem the bottom part of the skirt. And this is it for today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. Also click on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video.